Definitely full, yeah, just filled up. Yep, no, it last minute filled.
All right, good evening. Welcome to Epic Chef Showdown Season 3. My name is Topher Morse and I'm going to be your host over the next 7 weeks. 8 of our best restaurants here in Tampa Bay are going to be competing shoulder to shoulder to win the coveted title of Epic Chef. Now, this year is the first year that we are not only having a live performance, but we're also going to be live streaming this wherever anybody is around the world who's already tuned in. So for those of you who are tuning in all over the world, thank you for being here. We are filming here live at the Epicurean Hotel Theater in beautiful Tampa Bay. We're going to say it's beautiful. What you may not realize is that it's thunderstorming outside. But you know what? Most of the time it's beautiful, so we're going to go with that anyway. We've got a great evening planned for everybody here. Hopefully you're enjoying the food already. But let's not forget why we're here. We are here for something more than just bragging rights as to who wins Epic Chef. We are here to celebrate and to recognize and bring awareness to a cause that's near and dear to my heart and many of the people that are here as well, and that is to help benefit Feeding Tampa Bay. Each year, 700,000 people in Tampa Bay go hungry. 1 in 4 kids will go hungry tonight, and that's just not right. And so the proceeds for this event are going to be going to help Feeding Tampa Bay. We're going to bring Thomas Mance up here in just a minute. But some things you might want to realize, which is really cool. Feeding Tampa Bay is one of the most efficient charities you'll ever see in the world. For every dollar donated, they can provide 10 meals. So that's an incredible amount of efficiency that they provide there. Could we give them a big round of applause? In addition to Feeding Tampa Bay, we got to say that this would not be possible without a whole host of some wonderful sponsors. So I'm going to take a moment right now to go through the various sponsors that we have, and I cannot stand it when people hold their applause until the end. That just seems like a ripoff for the first people to get mentioned. So give these people a lot of love, because if it wasn't for these sponsors, this event would not be able to happen. We'd first off like to start by thanking Florida Blue. Would you give them a big round of applause? Thank you for being here. We also have Coca-Cola Beverage Company helping us out from Florida. Pretty nice product placement for Coca-Cola, I'd say. I'm not telling the chefs that they get bonus points if they find a way to use Coca-Cola in the ingredients, but we're hoping they can do something like that. All right, in addition to that, we have Gray Robinson. Thank you for being here. Harvard Jolly has been helping us out as well. Give them a big round of applause. Uriah's Urban Farms is here, and they've even provided some additional vegetables for them. I can't remember what he called this, but we'll talk with the founder of Uriah Farm here in a minute, David, and we'll get some diagram or some description on that as well. We've also got the Tampa Bay Times. And last but not least, we have Breakthrough Beverage. They've donated the wine, so let's give them a lot of love. All right, the event rules are very simple. We have 2 of Tampa's best chefs in Tampa Bay competing shoulder to shoulder in 2 servings, 30 minutes apiece, to create their food dishes. They do not know what they're going to be cooking, though. We have some mystery boxes which are coming out shortly. They're not out yet, but they'll be coming here in a minute. But before that happens, there's a couple people I'd like to bring out here. I would like to first introduce the general manager of the Epicurean Hotel. Would you please welcome Kevin Scott?
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Epicurean. This is day 4 for me as general manager.
Doing good, my friend.
Tom Haynes was previous general manager. He's among you tonight, so thank you, boss, for this. But no, really excited to welcome you all here in support, and thank you all for coming out to help Feeding Tampa Bay. And at this time, I'm going to introduce the man, Thomas Mance, Executive Director of Feeding Tampa Bay. Ask him to sing the Star Spangled Banner.
I was asked to sing, but that's probably not a good idea. So the good news is that day 4, you've already exceeded pretty much all the things that Tom has delivered on in his 4 years here. So well done there. So that's a good start. As Topher said, let me start with some thank yous. So first and foremost, let me start with a thank you to the folks at Epicurean. Were it not for this partnership, were it not for this relationship, there'd be a whole lot of less food on tables in Tampa Bay. So I want to recognize Tom and all of his colleagues, and in particular, the service staff that supports us in this event. We wouldn't be here without them. So a round of applause for Epicurean. The second thing that I'd like to recognize is the 2 chefs behind us. It's really difficult, I think, to perform or do your job in front of a bunch of folks who are then going to judge you about it publicly. Now, often this resembles my day with my colleagues, but I imagine for most all of you, it's a challenging circumstance. So I want to say thank you to the chefs in advance for being willing to share your talents and your abilities with us today. It's quite a gift that they're giving us. And let me finish with that. So why do we do this? We, of course, will raise funds that put meals on tables, and that's a critically important thing for us to do. As Topher mentioned, for every $1 we raise, we can put 10 meals into the community. And why does that matter? Well, for every one of us, food is central to who we are, what we do. It's, of course, important for us physically, but it's also important for us emotionally, spiritually. There's not one of you that won't go home tonight, tomorrow, and sit around a supper table or a breakfast table and join together in a meal. There's not one of you who's a parent who will not make sure that your child has the appropriate nutrition when they walk out the door. None of us would imagine a world where we didn't take care of those around us by providing them the healthy food that they need. Feeding Tampa Bay does something very simple. We make sure that that meal exists where there otherwise wouldn't be one. So here's our ask of you. We're not going to ask a dime of you. In fact, we're going to ask you to drink a lot of wine, eat a lot of good food, share some positive time with friends that you've either brought here that you're going to meet. But we ask that you take a little bit of our mission with you. We ask that you remember who we are and what we do, and we ask that you remember the person that does not have a meal. Because what you're doing tonight by being here is helping us make sure that another one that comes behind us has a meal. Great communities, great cities, great organizations make sure that those that have less get more. So thank you for being here. It starts another terrifically exciting 7 weeks. We're excited to be a part of this, proud to be a part of this, and look forward to crowning Epic Chef number 3. Thank you, Topher.
All right, now it's time to meet our chefs. Are you ready to meet chefs? All right, here we go. Off to my right, we have from Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen out in St. Pete, Florida, we got the Sous chef, Jeff Thornsberry. He was trained at the Culinary Institute of Charleston, and I think cooking was in his blood because his mother was a pastry chef as well, and he studied abroad in Spain as well. Please welcome Jeff Thornsberry.
Hi, everybody.
Jeff, you ready tonight?
I'm pretty excited.
Who's going to win?
I think it's going to be me.
You think it's going to be you? That's the right answer. I expect nothing less.
I'm going to take it to the hole.
No worries. All right, cool. Over here to my left, from the mill, also out in St. Pete, Florida, we have the executive chef, Richard Bergendale. He studied at Le Cordon Bleu College of Culinary Arts in Orlando. Please welcome Jeff. Richie.
Thank you, guys. Well,
all right, Richie. So I just asked Jeff who's going to win. He said he's going to win.
he was mistaken.
He
I'll be
was.
taking it home to the mill. It'll be coming home.
Take it home to Mill. Either way, we know it's going to St. Pete. We just don't know if it's going to be the Mill or if it's going to be Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen. All right, so let's go through the rules here real quickly. As I said before, it's going to be 2 dishes. They have 30 minutes to prepare them. We will make sure we give them a very obnoxious countdown from 10 to 1 as well, just so they get their hands up off there. You got 30 minutes, but in addition to that, they've seen the vegetables, they know what they can prepare here, but inside these boxes are 2 mystery ingredients. They have no clue what is in here. The only people who know what's inside this box right now are Chad Johnson, the executive chef of the Epicurean Hotel, and the Russians. Because let's face it, those guys have been getting into everything lately, so I'm sure they know as well. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready to find out what your mystery ingredients are? All right, here we go. This one's number 1. So the first mystery ingredient is... Here we go. Turkey bacon and shrimp. Turkey bacon and shrimp is going to be their first mystery ingredient. So this meal has to contain turkey bacon and shrimp. All right? This will be the time for you guys to go, ooh. Oh. That's drama for video. This is good. I like you guys. All right. And the second one, now you might be thinking that one's pretty tame. You know, turkey bacon, shrimp, that'll be pretty cool. This will be great. So we've stepped that up a little bit on the next one. Are you ready? So you're ready for your next ingredients? Here we go. It is Hershey's chocolate syrup and yellowfin tuna. Oh. Hershey's chocolate syrup and yellowfin tuna. Because nothing says yellowfin tuna like Hershey's chocolate syrup. All right, there you go, my friend. So now as your brains are beginning to think about what it is that you're going to prepare, we're going to start the timer for 30 minutes. Are we ready to begin? On your mark. Are you ready, Chef? Jeff. Are you ready, Chef Richie?
Yep. On
your mark. Get set and cook. All right, give him a good round of applause. Let's get him going.
Wow.
All right, at this point in time,
They have to use the shrimp and bacon.
I can only imagine what's inside their head, but they're grabbing the spices, salts, flavors.
Oh, I saw they had some other ingredients in there.
We'll get the stuff out of their way here.
I might do like a steak.
And as they begin to
Typically, everybody would think you would wrap
prepare these meals,
I would make something with the bacon.
I'm going to poll the audience. So how many here are rooting for Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen? Who are the Locale? Well, we got some fans over there. All right. Who here is rooting for the mill? I'd say it's pretty evenly split. Tells me you guys are just a bunch of wimps. Too polite, too nice, too kind. This is clearly not a Jerry Springer audience. This is a more sophisticated crowd, more like an Oprah crowd. They love everybody, I'd say. All right. Well, listen, if you guys can't pit yourselves against the chefs, maybe you can come up with some opinions about our judges. So let's go ahead and take a few moments to learn who our judges are. All right, coming over here in the beautiful green blouse, we have Heather McPherson. She has written 7 cookbooks. She is the former food editor for the Orlando Sentinel. She is also the columnist for the Edible Orlando, and she is a food publicist with Rockaway PR. Would you please welcome to be our first judge, Heather McPherson. You're already mic'd up, Heather.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm watching on the screen and what they've been grabbing. This is going to be wonderful.
Now you've written 7 cookbooks, so this is
for the home cook.
for the home cook.
I'm just not going to put myself in there. Yeah.
You know, I've learned, by the way, you never tell a chef. You know, I'm a bit of a chef myself.
Oh,
That's like going to a brain surgeon and saying, you know, I'm a bit of a brain surgeon myself. You're not a brain surgeon. You're not a chef, right? You can cook, but You're not a chef, right? So
I am proudly from the Becky Homecki generation, but I really appreciate and understand what these guys do.
Yeah.
And I am so excited.
What do you think's going on in their minds right now?
Well, right now I think they're trying to actually layer flavors. They're actually tasting in their head.
Uh-huh.
When you do that, when you're cooking, you're putting something together.
Not when I'm cooking. I just peel off the wrapper and stick it in the microwave.
Which is why you're not back
Yes,
there.
that's exactly why I'm there. You know, I tried being a cook, but it didn't work out. I did. I don't know what happened. I think I probably, as far as I can tell, I bought all the wrong appliances because the ones at my house when I was growing up with my family, those were all self-cleaning. I clearly did not buy the self-cleaning ones, and I did not have fun being a cook.
You and the microwave are now best friends.
Me and the microwave, good friends, yeah. So anyway, you were saying they're tasting in their heads.
Usually when I'm cooking, if I'm developing a recipe, you can start, if you've used a lot of different ingredients, you can start to taste the savory and sort of imagine it, the sweet and the mixtures and what you're going to do, consistencies, and kind of eyeball it. And then it starts to come together like magic.
All right, cool. Well, somebody who knows all about that is our next judge. Would you please welcome here, we've got Eric Lackey. Now, if you don't know the name Eric Lackey, you know his food. He is the executive chef from Locale, one of the best restaurants in Tampa Bay. 25 years cooking here in Pinellas County. Glad to have you here. So you're not unfamiliar with this. You've done cooking competitions as well. So what do you think's happening inside their head right now?
Well, I'm hoping that these guys are going to go away from that traditional, because as soon as I saw bacon and shrimp, you know, everybody first thing they're like, bacon wrapped shrimp. No, don't go there.
Don't go there.
No, don't go there. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, I want to see creative. I want to see, you know, out of the box, you know, which you might consider something unique that you might want to see at their place when you go there. So I think these guys are going to pull it off, though. I don't see any bacon wrapping around shrimp, so
okay,
I think
good.
we're going to be
All
good.
right. All right. Please welcome Eric Lackey. And our third chef for the evening is Donna Stone. Donna is the publisher and founder of Locale's Dish magazine right here in Tampa Bay. She's the author of Healthy You Cookbook and also the author of 4 other books, by the way. And if you recognize her, it's because you've seen her on national TV. She is also the winner of The Apprentice with Martha Stewart. So she apprenticed under Martha Stewart for a year, and she was on every possible show imaginable, so we're not even going to bother mentioning what they are, but please welcome Donna Stone. All right, Donna, so you're also quite familiar with the pressures of competition.
I think I'm more nervous sitting here than, I don't know.
Yeah?
No, not true. I'd be more nervous back there. Never mind.
Yeah, you just get to
I
eat
feel
it and
like I'm
critique
with
it.
2 experts here, and I'm just excited to see what creations happen here and get to taste it.
Well,
And both restaurants, I've been to both, amazing. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do in 30 minutes.
Yep, they are. It looks like they're well on their way. They kind of have a game plan. I think at this point in time, they're past the I'm just winging this, and they probably have a bit of a strategy. So I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to start to annoy them. I've been told that is my job as the host, is really see if I can get any kind of dialogue out of these as well. So at this point in time, they've kind of gone on. They've got the process. I can see we got some, oh man, this is kind of nice. Kind of warm. All right, so I'm going to come over here to Jeff. Jeff, how you doing?
Doing all right.
All right. Oh, actually, here, let me, could you hand me that microphone, please? Thank you. All right, Jeff, so tell us what is your idea? What's your inspiration here?
Well, the first course I'm not too worried about. Want me to start again?
Yep.
All right, so the first course I'm not too worried about, but the Hershey syrup really threw me out.
Yep.
So I'm just trying to focus and let nature take its course for the first course, and then continue to concentrate on that Hershey syrup.
And whatever you do, you're not wrapping the shrimp in bacon. Is that right? Yeah. All right, cool. Good luck, Jeff. All right, Richie, we're coming over here. So, Richie, what's in your game plan? What's in your mind so far?
I'm gonna go pretty light on the first course. The chocolate syrup has got me in my head right now.
Yep. You're almost wishing we would have put like some Coca-Cola bottles in there for you, right? You can make something.
I got some good things I think I'm got some ideas about.
All right, cool. Well, we'll keep it a mystery. We'll kind of see what you guys are going. Give them a big round of applause, please.
I might just put a drop of it and maybe do something with like some vinegar or something to give it that little, like an accompaniment with it, or.
Did they give you this because?
I guess mine was low. I'm not sure why, so. So yeah, so I might, you know, you just want that hint.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes
Fish,
like,
I would think of like steak on it.
you know, sometimes if you do like espresso or coffee, you do chocolate, maybe some kind of rub with it to go with the fish, or, you know, like when you think about a protein, Again, they have meat in there. You do like an espresso rub. You put that little hint in there. You know, like when you make chili. When you make chili, you put cocoa in it. So I would think more in that lines if I was going there. But then that might be, for a chef, that might be where we think we're maybe outside. Guests might not see that. Or I might just totally go a whole nother way. And
Just go crazy and do something really.
yeah.
I guess 30 minutes is a decent amount of time too, right? To make.
Yeah, they're only making 3 plates.
Is it only 20 minutes or it's shorter, right?
Yeah, I think it's 20.
20 because they do 3.
It always seems to come down to when you're looking for the plating part of it, where how am I going to make it look? That's the part where you're kind of.
Well, yeah, because creativity is one of the things, right? That we're working on too.
Yeah, the presentation.
Creativity, when I did my, so I am not a chef and not even close, but I wrote a weight loss book and had recipes in there that just really simple, easy recipes. And the recipes ended up being so popular that I got a book deal for a cookbook. And I just was a large New York publisher, and I just remember going up there and doing all the there was like 20 people for the cookbook. You know, someone just picking out the utensils and the plates and the stylist and the stylist assistant and the light, and so much went into the presentation that it was just beyond shocking to me.
Yeah.
How 20 people are over a plate fixing it.
Right.
And the lights. It was amazing. I think sometimes that's half of it.
Yeah.
It has to taste great, but if you come out and just present it really well already in your mind.
You're already like, wow, that's.
Yeah, you already are wowed. So do you have a cookbook yet?
I do not.
You need one.
I do. I've always had the idea that I wanted to create a cookbook with a lot of versatile recipes in large formats and kind of do a cookbook for beginning chefs. So when those sous chefs, when those guys who are up and coming, like they want to make a demi-glaze, they want to make a demi-glaze. Well, how do you make 7 gallons of demi-glaze, not 3 quarts? You know, things like that. So I've been compiling recipes for years, so I always kind of thought like, oh, when I start to slow down in my life, that would be my...
Yeah, no time, right? It's probably pretty hard to find it right now, but that would be a great idea, though. I like that you have a special niche that you could do.
It would be a cookbooks that young chefs would buy, not cookbooks for someone at home.
Yeah.
No one needs to make 5 gallons of vinaigrette. Right.
So you would have something special where you would get out of culinary school or just get started somewhere, and it would be the resource that you would go to. It's a great idea.
All right, as they bring out the second course of the meal, I thought I'd take a moment to introduce you to David. David is from Uriah Farms.
Perfect.
If I could get your attention real quickly, please. Hi there. How you guys doing? I want to introduce you guys real quickly here to David. David is with Uriah Farms. They are a pioneer in the indoor vertical farming industry. They grow premier quality leafy greens and herbs. Uriah Urban Farms provides customizable growing services for its clients, including restaurants, retail centers, and sports venues. You offer more than 60 varieties of lettuce and herbs. I thought I'd give you a chance to talk a little bit about what is this that you've brought and how could the chefs use that in their servings.
As you already said.
Oh, sorry about that. There we go.
As you already said, we're not going to tell a chef how to do something.
Yep. But if somebody wanted
to. We can talk about how
to.
we grow this. We can talk about how healthy it is, how nutritious it is. But really what we have here, we want to bring unique ingredients we grow all the common stuff, the regular bibs, red gems, the butter lettuces, everything that everyone knows and loves. But what we thought we'd bring here is a little something unique. What we have here, this is called bull's blood, micro bull's blood. And actually this is, what one day if it were to grow up, it's what becomes a beet. So it's an immature beet.
Can you eat it?
No!
It tastes like beet.
Yeah, it tastes like it's a little earthy flavor and aroma to it. So I won't tell the chefs how or if they should use it, but be creative. It's a wonderful color. Lots of times they use it just to accent a dish or give a little twist to the flavor. So
and you just pull it off like this, right?
just pull them right on out.
Yep. All
I'd
right.
be happy to pass some around.
You guys want to try some?
Let you each enjoy it as
What is this?
well.
Dragon? What is it? What kind of blood? Bull's blood.
Micro bull's blood.
Here we go. Yeah, you bet. My hands are clean, I promise. There you go. It tastes good.
But we do have we're a local, sustainable indoor farm. We have a revolutionary kind of
There
growth
you go. You're
system.
smart.
And we're proud of what we do. We serve a lot of the local restaurants, hotels, even some hospitals, sporting venues, as you pointed out. The beauty of what we have is the nutrition that comes in it. A lot of what is served in different locations are greens that have come from a long, long way away, and typically within 48 to 72 hours after something is cut, it's lost most of its nutrition.
Don't eat the
Certainly most
dirty
its
parts
flavor.
of the roots, by the way. I pulled them all the way from the soil, so. Just, if you eat it and it goes, it tastes like dirt, eat the other end. Am I right?
That's true.
Yep.
Either way, it's nice and earthy. The other beauty, we are chemical free. There's no herbicides, pesticides, fungicides. Part of our sustainability is that in our indoor environment, we use probably about 5% of water of normal agriculture. We use LED lighting, so the energy load is also much lower.
Oh, really?
One day we will bring solar into it, and then we'll be off the grid, so we can even sell higher. Looks like there's another round of the micro bull's blood's going to get thrown away here in a second.
I'm a terrible host. I just leave you hanging up here to try to figure stuff out. This is really good, though. It tastes good. It tastes just like beet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Now, does this ever does this grow? Oh, and it really is good for it's good for the hands too. Does it ever grow a beet, or is it just this leaf?
Thank you.
It doesn't grow a beet then.
I'm sorry?
All right. It doesn't grow a beet though. It just grows like that. All right. Cool. All right. David has brought some of them his other products here as well. Now, these are some of the products that you sell.
Right.
Yep.
So we, as I said, we do sell to restaurants, hotels. We also do a little bit to residential, more in the South Tampa area.
Yep.
This would be a box that would be delivered to someone's home. There's 6 plants in it, little 2-packs. But we decided to bring it here to help everyone else maybe take a little bit home.
Perfect. Well, then let's give somebody the opportunity to take this home with you. All right. I'm going to do a quick trivia question. The first person to get the answer wins this. How many children are starving in Tampa Bay? I think I heard it over here. Who said it? Was it you that I heard? I think I heard you say it first. There you go, sir. You got some vegetables to take home. I just realized I put the pressure on me. I have to have 3 interesting facts about feeding Tampa Bay now.
You
that
already
I've
spelled it
said.
out a lot earlier.
Yeah.
I'd go to your note cards, but really Uriah is the reason we're here, not just because we serve the local community and the restaurants that a lot of us enjoy, but we're also passionate about feeding our local communities and being a part of helping support this. So
This is basil.
yes.
Yep. What's this?
Yes, thank you.
There's a little leaf.
Thank you.
It's cilantro. Of course. I'm good like that.
You can be a chef.
All right, cool. All right, next trivia question. How many people are starving in Tampa Bay? Oh, I think I heard it. And she boldly put her hand up too. It's like, this is mine. There you go. Welcome. All right, cool.
Can I do
We'll do
this
it.
trivia?
Yeah.
Can I do
Yeah.
anyone say
Yeah.
trivia? Okay. I will do the next trivia, and this was really the fact that both my wife, who is at home with our daughter's birthday tonight,
Yep.
and I got us hooked on helping feeding Tampa Bay. And this is, we have 4 children of our own, and so in the Tampa Bay area, how many of 4 children go home hungry tonight? Right in the back of the hand.
Right in the back. All right, cool.
Yep.
Well, good job.
That's
Give her a
right,
hand.
1 in 4. So that's what hit home with us, is that we have 4 children, and as we're sitting around the dinner table, the statistic says 1 of our 4 children is not getting a proper meal tonight. And so because of that, my wife and I have made a part of our lives to be a big supporter of Feeding Tampa Bay.
All right. David, thank you for being here. Thank you for the generous donation as well. Give David a round of applause from Uriah Farms.
Are we? Oh, well, I'll try it. I didn't know we were supposed to try it. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, no pressure, guys. But I want to let you know you have 12 minutes remaining. Exactly, 12 minutes remaining. So you're almost 2/3 through. Ooh, get the drama. All right, while we're doing this, what I'd love to do is I would love to talk about the second dish that you guys just received. What you have in front of you is created by Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen. This is a sweet corn ravioli with grilled corn, pickled Fresno peppers, and corn crema. And the gentleman who created this dish for you is right here, none other than Jeffrey Heilman. Yep, from Locale Market and Farm Table Kitchen. He's the executive chef. Come on down, my friend. Make it easier on the audience, so I don't have to twist their head around here. So a couple of things here. You are representing, you've got Jeff here. No, yeah, you've got Jeff. Yep. So you've got Jeff and you've got Jeffrey. Now by the way, so Jeffrey, who is the executive chef, Jeff, who's the sous chef, that's going to get pretty confusing. So I've understood they have a nickname that they call you at, let me turn this on here for you. There you go. What is your nickname at Locale Market?
I'm referred to as Chefrey. Love it or hate it, that's what they stuck me with.
You've kind of got that one. You're going to keep that.
I'm going to do my best.
Yeah? All right, cool. Couple of things here. First off, tell us a little bit about the dish that you decided to pick.
Yeah, absolutely. So, over at Locale Market and Farm Table Kitchen, we try and stay as seasonal as possible, right? So in Florida, corn is really coming into its own, so we like to showcase that, right? So we have a nice roasted corn filling in the ravioli, which we make fresh daily, a little bit of pecorino, a little bit of pressed ricotta, and then a very simple corn crema. We like to add the pickled Fresno pepper just to give a little bit of heat, so it will sort of dance across the palate as such. So, there you go.
All right, well, by the way, I have been to Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen.
Indeed.
Love that restaurant.
Thank you very much.
I was there a couple of days ago. You guys took care of me. Some really cool things that I think are about, first off, you talk about everything is seasonal. If you haven't been out there recently, they just added to their menu on a dessert see if I can get this right, hazelnut s'mores.
Indeed.
Yeah? And it's only here for the summer.
Yeah, so the s'mores is something that we ran whenever we were first open with our opening corporate executive pastry chef, really talented guy named Lincoln Carson.
Yep.
So this is sort of an homage to him.
And you guys always have some version of s'mores on the menu all year round, right?
Yeah, it's just seems to be something
Good tradition.
that it hits home, like it strikes a chord with people. So.
What's really cool also, by the way, about Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen is they have this thing, this room called the Chef's Table,
Indeed.
where you can have an 8-course sampling of, now they don't get to pick, they just come in and you just create? Is that how that works?
Exactly, so we'll invite up to 10 guests into our private dining room, and it's myself, of course, Chef Jeff behind me, and all of my sous chefs, my executive sous chef, will all take courses, and we like to do a lot of tableside presentations and finishes. First course usually we'll bring out a whole fish and fabricate it right there, and actually, Chef Ted came and did a dinner with us, and we did that course together. And then, sometimes we'll bring out
Chef Ted from the mill.
Chef Ted Dorsey.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'll bring out some of the Uriah's Urban Farms living lettuces, fabricate them right there, and make the most super fresh salad that you've ever had. And it's really, we like to focus on education and really just having fun and getting the guests, to
Right.
interact with us.
Yeah, it's a cool vibe. I love the place.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, let's talk about Jeff.
Let's.
All right.
Where shall we
So
begin?
you certainly you seem confident enough in his ability to put him into this competition.
Indeed.
What do you think he's got that's going to allow him to win here?
Well, honestly, Chef Jeff's been with us for right around 6 or 7 months. But right off the get-go, whenever he came in and did a tasting for me, you know, he's a thoughtful chef. All of his flavors were very clean and well thought out. And not only that, but you want to talk about being calm under pressure. This is the guy.
He's the guy.
Absolutely.
So in the kitchen, when things are going crazy, he stays calm?
Absolutely.
And what about you?
Oh, I just go bonkers.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
That's the right of the executive chef, though, isn't it? Like you guys have the right to throw the stuff across the room.
Well,
and
I mean,
I've seen the TV shows. I know how this goes.
You know, we joke about that sort of thing, but it's interesting because, you know, cooks get desensitized to that sort of thing very, very quickly. I've worked for tyrannical chefs that just throw hot pans and kick and scream. And after, you know, just a little while, you're like, man, that guy's just...
That's him.
That's just him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I find that, you know, guys like Jeff get that respect quite a bit quicker for being able to remain calm under pressure and really continuing to do the job and, you know, directing traffic.
I got to tell you, I think if I had to pick, though, I might have the guy like the vent, because the quiet ones, those are the ones you got to look out for, right? You know, he's the guy that just snaps after about 6 months and he starts throwing knives left and right.
I've never seen him lose his top. I've heard it's happened once when I was at an offsite event, so he's got it in him.
All right, did you give him any advice before the competition began?
Don't lose.
Don't lose. Yeah, good. Make us proud. Yeah. That's true. Yep.
And again, I mean, we're joking about this thing, but, you know, it's a great cause. You know, again, Chef Ted and I are good buddies, so...
There seems to be a lot of camaraderie amongst chefs, even across restaurants. Like, it's competitive, but it's in a very collaborative way, right?
And I feel very, very fortunate. I've been in the area, in the Tampa Bay area, for about 3 years now. I've done time in, you know, I've cooked in DC, I've cooked in New York. I've done time, been a little bit of time, but...
That's Freudian slip, yeah.
That was before I became a chef. But it's been really awesome within that short amount of time that I've been here to see sort of the scene really come into its own. But not only that, as I was mentioning, you know, some of those other areas amongst chefs, it's very cutthroat. You know what I mean? Everyone's sort of hiding in their kitchen, not revealing their sources and things like that. But one of the things I love best about being a chef in Tampa Bay is everyone's buddies. You know? And we get together and we do fun events like this. We do the Sunday supper with Chef Chad. And it's great because it's
From
almost
Epicurean?
like, it's like a reunion of sorts. You know, we all get together, talk about what we're doing, talk about all the great ingredients we have at our disposal. Of course, we talk a lot of trash to each other for a couple beers.
That's how you let them know you respect them, right?
Exactly.
So we just hit the 5-minute mark, so he's got 5 minutes left. What do you think? What do you think's going through his mind right now?
I think that he's thinking, man, I better start getting some food onto a plate.
Yep. He's got 4 minutes and 41 seconds. All right, Chefry, would you please give him a round of applause from Farm Table? Thank you, brother. All right, guys, so we've got 4 minutes and 22 seconds left. I see a lot of still prepared food here. I'm seeing some stuff in the skillets. I don't see anything on plates yet. So you've got 4 minutes and 11 seconds. I'm not going to go back there and talk to him because I think at this point in time, I would probably get Jeff to actually blow a gasket on that one. But give him a good round of applause and encourage him. They got 5 minutes left to go here. And I think we've got time real quickly here with 3 minutes and 46 seconds left. I just want to give one big shout out, if we could, to Florida Blue once again for being our primary sponsor here. Could you give them a big round of applause? Here from Florida Blue, we have Rick Bennett. Rick, thank you very much for being here. Give him a big round of applause. Rick, I'll probably come back and talk to you a little bit in the second half as well, because we've got 3 minutes and 16 seconds left, but you have been the primary sponsor for the last 3 seasons. So obviously you must have something that you like about feeding Tampa Bay. Could you share with us, why is it that you continually come back and choose to sponsor this event?
Well, the primary mission of Florida Blue is to help people and communities achieve better health. So whenever you think about achieving better health, insurance is very important.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But keeping people healthy on the front end is more important.
Yes.
And so by making sure that people have enough food, not just enough food, but healthy food.
Yep.
I think that is probably the primary importance. So our mission and Feeding Tampa Bay's mission really align absolutely perfectly.
Sure.
And then, of course, Thomas's leadership has really helped us because what we found is a really strong partner who listens and informs and educates, and we work really well together through volunteering, through these type of events. So it's really just a great partnership.
Yeah. Every time I speak with sponsors of Feeding Tampa Bay, it always goes back to this man right here, Thomas Mance. They have incredibly good things to say about him. So honestly, I don't know how many bodies he knows where they're buried or how many photos he's got, but he's got seriously something over a lot of executives because they speak so highly of this man.
It's his wife.
Is that it?
Wife,
Yeah. If you have not had a chance to meet Thomas Mance, before you leave tonight, would you please go up, shake this man's hand, and walk up and ask him one question, and the question would be, how can I help? You know, it doesn't have to be treasure, it could be your time. It doesn't have to be your time, it could be your talent. But let me tell you something, this man helps manage over 25,000 volunteers every year, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of the most incredible groups. They create currently, and correct me if I'm wrong on this one, Thomas, but if I'm not mistaken, the latest count is you do about 44 million meals per year. Is that correct? 44 million meals per year, but they have a capacity for, are you ready for this? 100 million, meaning as much as they're doing. They need to get up. So it's still, he's got a long way to go, but he's done some amazing things since he's been here. $1 creates 10 meals, so you can imagine how beneficial this is.
1 minute.
1 minute remaining. All right, here we go. All right, guys, you've got 1 minute remaining. Let's see how we're doing on the food. I got to tell you, these judges look pretty hungry. So they're licking their lips. I can see some presentation plates out here with Richie. He's got his. I can see some presentation plates out here with Jeff. Jeff looks like he's created some shrimp on top of the, I think that's the turkey bacon, but I can't tell. Along with some, I'm guessing apples, if I'm not mistaken. It could be onion, I'm not too sure. And then here, Richie's battling with the fact that in 20 seconds, he's got to get that food into those dishes. Come on, here we go, 15 seconds, are you ready? Go quickly, you've got the countdown at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Thumbs up, hands up. All right, give them a big round of applause.
It really does.
All right.
Yeah.
Well done, gentlemen, well done. All right, let's begin the presentation. I tell you what, since we had the first presentation with the meal with Locale Market, let's have you present yours first, Jeff, if you would. You can take two, I'll bring one up here, so that way you don't have to worry about carrying things waiter style. Here we go. Do you want to tell, let me get you the mic here first. Let me just put these down. There you are.
Thank you.
And I'll let you describe what it is that you've created here. I'll walk around and show them real quickly.
So what you have in front of you is a turkey bacon butter poached shrimp with a little bit of rehydrated fig, some fried walnut, and Aleppo pepper, and a little quick pickle apple to bring a little bit of acidity, and then some of those beautiful bull's blood to bring some earth to the dish.
Fantastic.
All right, well done. All right, so this is the fun part that the judges never really think about when they volunteer for these things, is they actually have to eat and have 45 people watching them and thousands of people around the world as we live stream. So now enjoy as we all watch you eat your food.
No problem.
I've watched several shows. From what I can tell, I think what you're supposed to do is slightly close your eyes and act like you're thinking of something as you chew. We got some smelling the aroma and the bouquet of the food. Now, when y'all eat, are you the kind of people that like to eat it all like one piece at a time, get through the steak, then go to the mashed potatoes, then go to the veggies, or you just all mix it up? How many of you are the mix it up people? Oh, we got a half crown. And then how many are the right kind of people that eat it piece by piece? Well done. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Keep that in mind, people. All right. So just so you'll know, by the way, they're judging them on 3 areas. They're judging them on the presentation, the flavor, and something else. See if I can find one.
Creativity.
What's that?
Creativity.
Yeah. Creativity, presentation, and flavor. Give them just a few more minutes here to gather their thoughts so they can know what they want to say. All right, Jeff's doing his little behind-the-scenes commentary. As soon as he's done, we'll have him come up here and get the critique. All right, Jeff, come on over here. Come around for the judgment time now. All right. I think we're going to start with Eric because he's already pushed the plate aside where the others are still kind of eating a little bit. So come over here if you would for me. There we go. Cool. All right, we're going to have you start. Eric, what did you think?
I love the shrimp are cooked perfectly. The flavor of the shrimp with the bacon, so you still had that flavor profile. Gave it that nice little smokiness. And then the little earth of the plum as well as the crunch from the nut. And then the vinegary with the pepper. I think it was a great combination. And I am someone who eats all the components together, not one at a time. So I really like the levels of flavor.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, well done. Give him a hand, please. All right, Donna, we'll come to you. What do you think, Donna?
So I love the presentation. First of all, I thought it was just absolutely beautiful coming out, and you stressed me out completely. The last like 20 seconds, and it still wasn't on the plate. So I
stressed himself out too, I'm sure.
He wasn't stressed. I was stressed. For me, it was so unique that I would never think of some of these flavors together, and they just work so well. I love the fig. I love the apple. And I was very surprised. For me, when it came and you described it, I was like, oh, I don't know. And I thought it just perfectly together. It was great.
Well done. Give her a hand, please. Thank you, Donna. All right, Heather.
Well, I'm one of these people who eats it all together, but then dissects it as well. And individually, all of these wonderful little elements work so well. And then when I loaded up the fork with a little bit of the shrimp, a little bit of that wonderful fig, the turkey bacon, and the nut, it just, the layers and nuances of flavors and textures were just spot on.
Well
really
done.
nice. What I really like too, because you're working with turkey bacon, which is not really salty, that salty that we said, but the pickling, the light pickling of the apple brought that out. Thank you.
All right, well done. Thank you very much, Heather. Give her a round of applause. Jeff, it sounds like you've had a good success the first round. Well done. I'll let you go back to start thinking about what you're going to do in the next one. Richie, come on around here. Let's bring your food up. You can hand 2 of them to myself. Thank you. I'll get them over here. There you go. Oop.
Beautiful.
There you are. All right, Richie, come on over here and let us know what you've prepared.
All right, I did didn't make it on the plate, but my orange vin was going to go on this, but Belgian endive stuffed turkey, bacon, shrimp. Just a nice little hash. Time came up faster than I thought it was going to be.
All right, it always sneaks up on you quick. All right, well, judges, we'll have you have at that. And yeah, what's that? Couldn't hear. Okay. Do you want to just tell them a little bit about what you did again? Just go and put that mic up. There you go. Right there.
It was Belgian endive stuffed turkey bacon and shrimp. Just a hash. Just a nice little bright light. Kind of go a little southwestern feel with it. 1 cayenne, chipotle, little heat on it. I was gonna get the orange vin on, but it just did not make it up on me.
It's all right. It looks like it's delicious anyway. All right. Thank you, Richie. All right, while they're judging the food here, kind of eating, Richie's probably going to go back and start thinking about how the hell he's going to mix in chocolate syrup and yellowfin tuna. And then we'll have him come back around here in just a second when he gets the scores from the judges. We've already reset the timer for the second one. You can't start prepping, but you can think about what you're going to be doing, that's for sure. Huh? Oh, what is the rule? Could they clean the pans? Or do they have new pans that are clean? Yeah, sure, you can clean. Those obviously must be the self-cleaning ones. See, I don't have those.
I'll take a new staff.
Yeah. All right, looks like they're coming around. Richie, why don't you come back over here? Let's get the judgment from the judges, if you will. I was going to steal some of those shrimp from Jeff, and man, they took those things and they ran out so fast. I don't know who. Oh, it's the AV guys are eating the shrimp. They're wolfing it down. All right, here we go. Tell us, Heather, why don't you go ahead and give us a start here?
I wish you had had 2 more minutes because I could really see what you were going to do with this dish.
I was close.
I mean, I made sure I loaded my endive up with all of the elements. This is a wonderful, wonderful concept. I just wish you had a little more time, but what I had on my plate was great. Thank you.
Cool. Jack.
I thought the flavor profile was fantastic. I love the little chili spice, a little Southwest to it. I love the crunch. Again, as she said, I would have loved to have seen that little vinaigrette on there on the presentation. Maybe a little more color on the plate, which the vinaigrette might have given it that little something, maybe a little something green or even the beet bowl blood or something like that. But fantastic flavor.
Well done. All right, give him a hand. Wait, one more. We got Jeff. We got Donna. Donna, all right.
I was going to say I agree with Heather and Eric just on the presentation. Like I would have loved for you to have just, I mean, literally 60 more seconds, you would have perfectly done it. But I have to say, flavor-wise, I absolutely love it. It doesn't look like it tastes. It tastes amazing. I think
Well
it's
done.
incredible.
All right, good job. Give her a hand. Big round of applause for Richie. All right. All right, I believe we are ready to reset the clock and get you guys ready to go. If I'm incorrect on that, let me know, but are you ready to roll?
Yeah.
Are you ready to go?
With the bacon.
All right, let's reset the timer.
It looked just,
Chef Jeff, you ready to
That
roll?
with the bacon. The flavor
Chef
was
Richie, you ready to go?
fantastic.
All right, on
The
your mark.
crunch at the end,
Get set. There we go, go. All right, give him a big round of applause.
Yeah, if you would have got that lamb vinaigrette on there, we'd have given it that little.
All right, they're going to be extra cautious of the time right now. They know they've got 30 minutes to create this next one. And of course, a little bit of beer to help calm the nerves helps everyone. What's that?
Yeah, they're delicious.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll try that.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm going to eat this before the AV guys get this one. Yeah, look at this. Breathe that in, guys. Yeah, yeah. You can't cross that window. You're not allowed.
People don't understand how
Yeah, it's really good. Would you like to try this? That's all right. If you don't use your fingers, it's good. Do you want to try some? You can use your fingers. It's all good. Yeah. There we go. You bet. I don't know who I hand this to.
I'll take it.
All right, thanks.
how are you?
Months ago, I called you on the phone and said, how do I get this dish?
Oh my goodness. Hi. Yes, I remember.
And you told me it was impossible to get.
We did get it to you, didn't we? Okay, good. It is impossible. You cannot get on the list. You convinced me.
It was impossible to get it. Whenever it is possible.
Yeah. But you're on it. You're getting it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Good, good. The new issue just came out. Actually, you won't get it.
You having a good time?
You'll get it in a couple days. So we just got it today. But yeah, my picture's always the same. That's what happens when you found it. You get your picture in it. So you're the guy I should ask. I was just telling everybody, we cleaned out our garage this weekend, which was miserable, but and I had moved offices about 11 years ago, and I have a couple of boxes that say important stuff, but I just threw them in the garage, and I have a $125 gift card.
No,
to burn
I'm fine, thank you.
It says no expiration. I can use it, right?
Hi there.
Okay.
How you doing? All right, if I could get your attention while you're waiting for the third course to come out, just want to give you a little bit of information about Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen and a little bit about the mill here. So, Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen. They are located on the second floor of the Locale Market in St. Pete. If you've not been out there, I really recommend you go. I was out there a couple of days ago. Locale Market is the perfect environment for somebody who is a foodie with ADHD. You will never be able to get through all of the groceries that are there. It's an incredible place. Down on the main floor, they've got a sushi bar, they have a cutlery, and they also have a flatbread center. And then when you go upstairs to the main area on the farm table kitchen, it's this really cool collaborative vibe with the bar right in the middle. Of course, they got that private chef's room as well. Which they can have the 8-course chef's table that seats 10 people, and it's just a really cool vibe, great place. I cannot recommend it enough. My personal favorite is their mushroom bruschetta. There are so many flavors inside that bruschetta. I don't know how I fit it all in my mouth. It was amazing. Big fan of that. Of course, just right down the street, we've got the mill where Richie's at. I will tell you, if you've never been to the mill, you've got to check it out. From an environment, it's possibly one of the coolest vibes you'll ever see at a restaurant. The whole decor was done by a local artist there who hand carved the drawings inside to the wall, spent weeks creating this really incredible mural. They have this steampunk vibe, factory kind of feel to it. And this probably shows a little bit of my immaturity, but I think my favorite part about the restaurant was the bathroom. They have a tractor tire for the sink, and I just think that's kind of cool. They were voted by Florida Trend Magazine as the best new restaurant. They have a private event space that holds 60 people, and it is a beautiful spot. As I said, it's a steampunk farm industrial feel. Very cool place. I highly recommend you check that out. I'd say by now they are kind of halfway into it. They've got their vibe going, so I think I can come over here and interview them a little bit. So Richie, I'll start with you this time. So what do you think you're going to do with that chocolate sauce, my friend?
I got it going right here. We are got a
I'll hold it for you. You keep working.
A Coca-Cola chocolate.
Oh, the man put Coca-Cola in the chocolate.
Not only we're going a Sprite pickled beach mushroom. So
all right, cool.
Mixing it in there.
So you've got Coca-Cola and chocolate. You've got Sprite pickling. Okay, very cool. I'm going to get out of your way. That actually sounds good. I'm kind of think I want to stick my finger in there, but probably not. All right, Jeff. How you doing? Have you got an idea and a game plan? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's pretty solid. I really want to highlight the delicate flavor of the tuna here. I want to make it stand out, bring some bold flavors around it. And I think I have a pretty surprising way to use this that everybody's going to be happy with. I'm glad this was second course.
Yep. Yeah. So you're not going to tell us what it is?
Not at all.
It has nothing to do with spreading it over your body and having them lick it off.
That's third course.
That's third course. All right, cool. Give these guys a hand, huh? Give them a hand. Well, give them a round of applause. There we go. Give them some love. Has the third dish come out yet? No.
You have to talk to us.
I will. I'll probably see him tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who are my Coca-Cola sponsors? Where's Coca-Cola at? Coca-Cola? Not here. Ah.
Terrible. Do you ever get tired of eating? No. So when you go home, do you cook or do you
Not much.
Yeah.
My life? All right, guys, thought I'd give you guys some fun facts about our mystery ingredients here. A couple of things here you might not know about turkey bacon. 10% of your daily recommended allowances of vitamin B3 is in turkey bacon. That was about the most exciting thing I could find out about turkey bacon. Here's something cool I found out about shrimps. Did you know that shrimps like to dance to attract food? This is true. They get up on their little legs and move their little antennas, and that's what attracts fish into them. And certain species of fish, certain species of shrimp actually climbs into the mouth of other fish and eats parasites and keeps them clean and then swims back out. There's one to grow on, huh? Bet you didn't know that, did you? Something else about shrimp. The largest shrimp ever caught was 16 inches long. 16 inches. That's like a lobster on steroids. Yeah. Let's see here. Another interesting thing, all shrimp are born male. And then as they grow, they become female. That's an it's got to be true. I found it online. All right, here we go. Here's some other interesting facts about Hershey's chocolate syrup. Did you know? Now, these are actually interesting facts, by the way. Did you know that Hershey's chocolate started off not making chocolate? They started making caramels or caramels. I'm not too sure. How many here pronounce it caramel? We got a couple caramels. How many pronounce it caramel? Anybody know which one it is? Let's do. Well, we'll turn to the chefs. Let's ask them. Hey, Chef Jeff. Chef Richie, is it caramel or is it caramel?
I'm pretty sure it depends on how expensive the dish is.
They say it depends upon how expensive the dish is. So if it's cheap, it's caramel, and if it's expensive, it's caramel. So now we all know where y'all go for dinner, apparently. All right, here we go. So yes, Hershey's chocolate started off as making caramel or caramel candies. Very interesting fact, Milton Hershey and his wife were supposed to be on the Titanic, but through last-minute business, they had to cancel their trip and not go. Otherwise, Hershey's may not have ever happened. And did y'all know that M&M actually stands for something? Yes, it stands for Mars and Mari, which is the son of Mars, some guy who partnered with Hershey, also Mars bars, and the son of the president of Hershey's. His last name was Murray. So M&M stands for Mars and Murray, or Murray and Mars. I'm not really too sure. I think they can pick that one out. Some interesting facts about yellowfin tuna that they're creating right now. A 5-foot female yellowfin tuna can lay about 8 million eggs in one sitting, and they smell their prey. Here's the most interesting thing I found. Yellowfin tuna every day will swim 9 miles out into the ocean and then return back to the exact same location every single day. If you want to know what that would be the equivalent of, that would be the equivalent of a human being walking 37 miles every day to go get their food. So there's something to think about. I can promise you this, if Americans had to walk 37 miles to get their food, we'd have a hell of a lot more than 700,000 people going hungry in Tampa Bay. It would be 100%. Nobody would walk that far. So we're glad that we've got cars and Uber, to say the least. All right, let's see how they're doing. I hear a lot of blenders going on, which I got to tell you guys, it was not good for my hosting, but that's all right. We're glad to have you here. Nothing wrong with a little bit of noise. How you doing? You feeling good, Jeff? Yep. You've blended the chocolate with something. It looks like a chocolate protein shake, maybe. What's that? He even used more chocolate. He put some dark chocolate in there, so he's going to have some kind of dark chocolate event. It looks like Richie's getting ready to sear his tuna.
Kind of a mole, maybe.
If I'm not mistaken. Are you searing it? Yep. Thank you. Never forget. Yeah. Got one thing right. Oh, hey, here's another interesting fact. You know what the raw shrimp is called? Interestingly enough, the term for raw shrimp is called green. So this is a bowl of green. Go figure. It's got to be true. I found it online. The third dish, did the third dish come out and I missed it? Has the third dish come out? Okay, cool.
There.
No. What, do you have a plug in here? Yeah.
And actually it was supposed to be pork and then raviolis.
Yeah. They did it backwards, right?
Maybe they got,
Oh, excuse me.
they may have got the pork. They may have got the pork.
No, I don't think so, right? I can smell the chocolate.
I didn't.
Just so you guys know, you're coming up on your 15-minute mark.
Who's doing the introductions? They went from the charcuterie to the bowl.
Right. Yeah, there was nothing else. The pork must be coming next. I'm a dessert girl, so.
Chef Kim, she's got some great desserts, so I hope they don't miss us on the chocolates.
I could pretty much live on dessert.
I pretty much do.
Yeah, I mean, I seriously would give up. Like if someone said, we have dinner or dessert, like in a boat, I would just do dessert.
Unfortunately, that's been my choice for the past 20 years.
Interview the judge.
I walk about 6 miles every day so that I can eat dessert.
All right, guys. What did you think of the first round?
Amazing.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing.
Good flavors, good food.
Great flavors.
I think they did amazing for a 30-minute window. Yep.
Absolutely. This is the challenge, though.
Yeah, this is the hard one, mixing yellowfin tuna and chocolate. So I'll stick with you here for a second. You're a chef. Have you ever had to cook yellowfin tuna and chocolate together?
Well, I've never had that combination necessarily, but it looked like maybe Chef, I saw him with some peppers and onions and some chocolate, so I'm thinking maybe a mole of some sort in there. And then I can't quite see what's going on over there, so I'm actually pretty intrigued to see what Chef in the Mill is going to come up with.
Looks like we've got time in the pan.
Yeah, so.
And you guys hit your 15-minute mark right now. They're at the halfway mark. Let's give them a big round of applause to get it going.
No, I don't believe so.
Sure.
We don't think so.
All right, cool. All right, Donna, what do you think?
Well, chocolate is probably one of my favorite food groups, so I'm excited to see what they can do with it, but I'm used to having it for dessert. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to have chocolate and fish together and see what I think.
Eric, do you guys have, do you have chocolate in any of your main entrees at Eulalie?
I don't, but in my chili there is some cocoa, so.
Oh, okay. Cocoa inside the chili.
Yes.
Nice.
Interesting. I had a cold soup one time at your place. I can't remember what it was. It was the perfect soup for a warm day in Tampa. I was eating outside. It was delicious. I can't remember what it was.
Chilled avocado soup.
Chilled avocado soup. Yeah, it was so good, dude. Best soup I've ever had, especially from a chilled soup. It was delicious. Yeah. All right, Heather, what do you think is going on in their minds right now?
I think finishing on time and plating on time.
Yep.
I love each of them have approached the protein differently.
Yep.
I mean, we've got some searing going on over here of the whole fish, the whole fillet that they were given, and then over here we've got some slices. So it's we're gonna get two completely different.
You think Jeff's going for sushi?
I don't think so.
No.
No, I think in the end, no. But he could surprise us.
Yep. A lot can happen in 15 minutes.
It doesn't take long to sear, so.
Yeah.
All right. Where's Breakthrough Beverage? Are they here right now? They're not? Here's some other facts for you about Feeding Tampa Bay, by the way. Some other information about Feeding Tampa Bay. 1 in 5 retired military are also food insecure. Now, if it doesn't tear your heart, I did that fact correct? Is 1 out of 5 retired military are food insecure? 20% of the food they distribute goes to retired military. You know, when I tell people all the time, I tell them that they do 44 million meals. You know what the #1 comment that I always hear from people is when I say 44 million meals? One comment. You know what it is? Man, that's a lot of homeless people. This is the biggest mistake, that people think that Feeding Tampa Bay just feeds homeless people. Yeah, that's a part of it. But the reality is the majority of people who receive food from Feeding Tampa Bay are hard-working moms and dads, sometimes with 2, even 3 jobs. Because let me tell you something, the worst place to be in America, by the way, is $1 over the poverty limit. Because the moment you're $1 over the poverty limit, you don't get food stamps, you don't get any kind of housing aid, you don't get any of those things. And food seems to be the one thing that they can negotiate with, because they can't negotiate with their car payment or their rent or their insurance or anything like that. So this is the way that most people live, is they have to basically survive by negotiating their food supply. All right, your third dish is coming out. I'll wait till does everybody got it? Or we to learn some more? Or is that all it? This looks good. I'll tell you what, I may have to distract somebody and steal one of their dishes. All right, Ted, I would love it. I know that since you've cooked this, you've probably eaten it a few times. Could I get Ted Dorsey down here from the mill, please? Ted is the owner and the executive chef of the mill. Thank you for being here, Ted. All right, why don't you tell them a little bit about the dish you've prepared for them?
I'm not eating it.
Here.
I've eaten it 100,
yeah?
probably a million times.
I'll take it. Don't give it to the AV guys.
Yeah, don't do that. So this is a pork tenderloin. At our restaurant, we serve a pork tomahawk chop bone in, but for you guys, we wanted to do it a little bit differently. It's paired with a yuca chorizo hash and a street corn.
Thank you. It looks amazing. All right, tell us a little bit about the mill. When we go there, what can we expect?
Well, you can expect fantastic food, cocktails, great service, and a fun, what did you describe it as? Farm chic?
Steampunk farm industrial is the best way I could describe it.
It's been described a million different ways, so we'll take it.
You know what I love about the banquet room, that private banquet room setting that holds 60 people, are what I refer to as the Batman doors. So
the hidden
they have
doors.
this beautiful art mural that's 3-dimensional, gears and all those things sticking out, and you don't even know, and then all of a sudden somebody from the back opens up this mysterious hidden door and they come out. And then you kind of wonder, have they been spying on me the whole time? It's just a cool environment.
And they have.
And they have, yes. Tell us a little bit about Richie. Why do you think Richie's got what it takes to catch up here and make it?
Well, Richie's been with me for 6 years, 6 long, painful years. So he knows what he's doing. He is.
Wait, is it painful for you or is it painful for Richie?
Combination of both.
Okay.
He knows how to handle himself in the kitchen. He's got great flavor profiles. He knows how to balance and layer flavors. So just get it on the plate this time.
Yeah. Is that the advice you gave him? Make sure you get it done on time?
Well, no. The advice I gave him was either win or I'm going to hire him.
The smack talk's going down now.
I know where you're located.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, let me ask you this. How is Richie in the kitchen? So we talked. So Chef Reese said that Jeff is pretty cool under pressure.
And Richie's a lot like him.
Yeah.
Richie's very cool, calm, collective. He's a very kind of quiet type. So he's not the yeller. He doesn't freak out.
You don't strike me as the quiet type.
No, definitely not the quiet type. I'm more. I don't yell much these days. Having kids kind of changes your perspective on things. But I am very demanding, very high energy. I like to have fun. We do this because we love it, and
you know what? I think that shows in the menu as well. Some of the food that you have. I'll tell you, I went there yesterday. Yeah, I went there yesterday. Had their brunch. I think I'm still digesting the dinner from there because this thing was so good it sticks to the ribs. I had waffles, Benny waffle. What is it?
Yeah, you had our sausage and waffle Benedict.
Sausage and waffles Benedict. Let me describe it. It's a waffle, so right away it's awesome because it's a waffle.
And it's a cornbread waffle, so it's definitely going to stick to it.
Yeah. On top of the waffle, you got sausage.
Sausage.
I think there were 2 different kinds, wasn't it?
Sausage, poached eggs with a gumbo filet hollandaise.
Yeah. And then eggs. The gumbo sauce was what I think knocked me over the edge. This is the ultimate comfort food. I'll tell you what, anybody depressed, go to the mill, get the waffles Benny, and you will be in no pain. You will be as happy as Bridget Jones' Diary after a pint of chocolate ice cream. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's really good. Please give Chef Ted Dorsey a big round of applause and thank him for coming out here. Appreciate you being here.
7 minutes.
Richie, he just looked at you and he said 7 minutes. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors. I'll just go through their names here. Florida Blue, Coca-Cola Beverages Florida, Gray Robinson, Harvard Jolly, Uriah's Urban Farms, Tampa Bay Times, and Breakthrough Beverage. Please give them a big round of applause. And I want you to remember something. When you support those organizations, you end up supporting Feeding Tampa Bay. So I want you to remember that and think about that. The next time you go to the store, you have a choice of picking your beverage, remember our friends at Coca-Cola. Next time you're going out and you want to get some vegetables, call up Uriah Farms and say, deliver it to my door, or I'll come by and pick it. They've got some great vertical farming solutions. When you're looking for some wine, go to Breakthrough Beverage. You need some legal fees. Legal advice. Gray Robinson. You want to build a home, go to Harvard Jolly, get some architecture. Help these people out, folks, all right? Because when you help them out, they help Feeding Tampa Bay out, so let's not forget that. Give them a big round of applause. Thomas, what are some ways people could help out if they wanted to volunteer? What would they do? By the way, I got to tell you something else. While he's thinking about the answer to that question, I volunteered. Jody, my director of business development, she's volunteered for Feeding Tampa Bay. If you have not taken the time to spend a day volunteering for Feeding Tampa Bay, it is one of the most incredible experiences you'll ever get. Let me tell you what I loved specifically about volunteering for your group. First off, your team. You have assembled some of the nicest human beings on the planet. I don't know how you've corralled them all into one place, but it's amazing. Secondly, you go there, and if you're going to volunteer, you're going to go out to this big warehouse, and there's just these stacks and stacks of food that have been donated, and it's going to be your job to sort through and put these things into bins. And let me tell you something. I'm in professional services for a living. My desk never looks clean. It looks the same as it does in the morning as it does at night. No matter how much work I get done, it always looks messy. I came there, I got to the end of the day, and that warehouse floor was wide open clean, and I felt like myself, I did something today. Like, it gave me a sense of accomplishment. So if people wanted to volunteer, what could they do?
Thank you. So first, let me, because we had rained tonight, we had several folks that didn't show that bought tickets. So we were able to sneak 4 of my colleagues in. So there's Megan, JC, Karen, and Taryn at the top there. So let's turn around. We like to say inside the shop that I'm just the pretty face. They're actually doing all the work. So they do make what happens at Feeding Tampa Bay happen. Before I answer your question, let me say one other thing. Being a host is not the easiest thing in the world to do. And Topher has graciously agreed to come and spend his time with us over the next 7 weeks. So let's not be remiss in giving Topher a round of applause. And then to our judges who are willing to sit here and do this with us, thank you for being here. So to answer your question, like most good charities, we exist for and work with and rely upon the gifts of the community. And the greatest gift you probably can give is the gift of your time. So whether that's with Feeding Tampa Bay or another cause, all of our communities are in need of people to pitch in. Probably what you're most afraid of is somebody like me is going to come to talk to somebody like you and say, hey, give us cash. It's rare we ever do that, don't worry. By the time we ever ask anybody for money, we already know that's something they want to do.
3 minutes remaining, guys.
But what you can do is get involved with the cause that matters most to you. We hope that it's Feeding Tampa Bay, but it might be your local church, it might be another organization. One of the things I'm convinced of after doing this for close to 20 years, all great communities have one thing in common. And that is a desire to make sure that the least among us get lifted up. And the way that we do that is that we all pitch in. It's elbow grease a lot more than it is checkbooks. And so for all of us, the restaurants that came out tonight, it's elbow grease, not a checkbook. For Topher, it's elbow grease, not a checkbook. I saw the 2 minutes. We're getting
2 minutes remaining.
Right.
2 minutes.
So for all of you, I'm going to keep talking all the way up to the 2 minutes to make Tom nervous. for all of you, what you can do more than anything else, pitch in. Every single one of us has had somebody reach out a hand and help us.
Yep.
Every single one of us. You can do the same also. Thanks
Well
for
done.
asking.
Well said. Thank you very much. Thank you, Thomas. All right, guys, we've got less than 2 minutes to go now. I can already see that Jeff's got his plate out there and he's serving, and Richie's learned a lesson. His plate is almost done, looking beautiful. So I have a feeling this is no pressure for both of them. They've got their food looking really nice. He did not go sushi. He actually seared the tuna, if I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Thank you.
They're both prepping, finishing the last minute touches. We got some people. Oh, you're using the, what's this called again? Bull's blood? What's this? David, what's this called?
Bull's blood.
Bull's blood? David? Bull's blood? He's using some bull's blood. Yep. All right, guys, you now are at the 1 minute mark in 5 seconds. 1 minute left. Let's give him a big round of applause. Cheer him on. I can tell you, I don't know if you can see the meals from where you're sitting right now, but these things both look so good. If anybody tries taking some of their food away from them, I will stab them with this wooden spoon if I have to. I'm getting some of that in my mouth, I'm telling you. All right, you're down to 35 seconds. It looks like Jeff has time to even sip a beer, so I'd have to say he's done. He's feeling pretty confident. Richie, how you doing? You're looking good. You're done as well. So at this point in time, they both really took into account that timer, and they're not even needing the extra 30 seconds, which is pretty dang impressive. They're having time to even clean their own dishes. Let's give them a round of applause to make it easy for them. We got 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good job. All right, guys. All right, Richie, let's go and start with you this time since we had Jeff come out first. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right, Richie, why don't you tell them a little bit about what you've created?
All right, just a nice seared yellowfin tuna. I did a Coca-Cola and chocolate almost demi on the bottom, a Sprite pickled beach mushroom, confit tomatoes, roasted fingerling, and just a nice typical hard sear on the tuna. Oh, okay. You get it all?
You've only like some yellowfin tuna. Get it in your mouth.
You guys get that all though?
All right, good job. All right, so if you want to go back and clean a few of the dishes, that's fine. They're going to be eating the food. I gotta tell you, these guys, they're eating way more politely than I would. They're so dainty about it, putting just a little bit in their mouth. I think I could take one whole piece of that and just shove that thing in my mouth and chow it down. It looks so good. I tell you what, while we're waiting for the judges to eat the food, smell the food, and come up with their conclusion, I think there's one other group of people we love to thank here. We've got, through the glass here, you can kind of see them, we've got Streaming Star Pros, who are the people who are live broadcasting this all over the world. People are tuning in from Facebook Live, on YouTube. If I'm not mistaken, people are even at the Feeding Tampa Bay website. I know I'm broadcasting it on my website as well. So can we give these guys a big round of applause for taking this? They're here every single episode, giving their time and their energy. If you're ever doing an event and you want to do some live stream, please check out the guys at Streaming Star Pros because they can help you to take your event, broadcast it to the world, and get it all over the place. So thank you very much, Kurt. I appreciate you doing that. I don't appreciate you eating the food from the first round. I'm going to remember that. I didn't get any of it. I'm watching you, buddy. All right, it looks like they've kind of got, they must be enjoying this because I don't see any of them writing. I just see them eating at this point in time.
Delicious.
Yep. All right, you guys ready? You good? You think you've got some ideas on what you can say? Richie, come around here and face the music. All right, give Richie a big round of applause for the meal. I'll tell you what. Richie, you may have struggled in that first one from a time perspective, but the judges all agree that your food was impeccable. It was delicious. They just wish you had more time for the presentation. So no question, you probably lost a few points on the presentation there, but I think you more than made up for it on this one. The presentation was beautiful. You had 30 seconds to spare, so well done. Let's go ahead and go over to Heather. Heather, what did you think about this dish?
Well, I am so glad to see this because, yes, I mean, you've got talent, you've got chops. This is really wonderful.
Thank you.
A couple of things that really jump out to me, using the Sprite to help pickle, I can taste it in a good way. I mean, the nuance. I think that was really great. I like the richness of the tomatoes here. They're just nicely roasted off. And the chocolate is really kind of subtle. I'm sort of fighting with that. It's a little thicker than I thought it would be, but I like it.
When you say you're fighting with it, you want to taste more of it? Or?
I want to taste more, but I think I would have liked it just a little tad thinner. I don't know.
All right. Okay, cool.
But it was good.
All right, Heather, thank you. All right, Eric.
I thought the presentation was great. I love the acidity of the tomato and the little bit of the crunch from the potato. I love the sauce. I'm a Coke Zero fan myself, so but to get that Coke product and that chocolate, I think it was just
Did you use
right.
Coke Zero or did you use Coke?
We used Coke.
Okay.
Which is a go-to, of course.
Yeah.
It was sweet. I got a couple little peppercorns in there off the sear on the tuna. I thought it was definitely very balanced.
Well done. All right, and Donna, what did you think?
Yes, I love the presentation. I saw up there when you were putting it together, and I was just like, good job, you're doing it, and it was nice. I was not stressed at all. You guys were done before the countdown. It was last time I was getting really nervous. I love the flavors. I love the tomatoes. I love the searing of the ahi, the yellowtail. It was wonderful. I actually disagree a little bit with Heather on the chocolate sauce. I actually find it not subtle. I found it a little kind of bold. Like for me, maybe it's just me, but I was like, wow, this is different. It was very unique to me because it's still very chocolatey. So it was really unique, but all in all, great job.
All right, well done. Richie, I think you hit a home run on this second one. Well done, buddy. All right. Don't you dare touch that food. All right, Jeff, come on around here. Let's get your food. Yeah.
That was quite intense.
You sure? You may not want to take all of them. I don't want you to spill. There you go.
Thank you.
There you are.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff, why don't you tell them a little bit about what you've created here?
All right, so we have the seared ahi, and then on the bottom you have the Hershey syrup mole. And you'll see the sweetness really comes out.
You nailed it, Eric. It was a mole.
So to combat that, on top you have a little bit of a salad made from some Brussels sprouts. And you'll get a little bit of more of a spice from that to kind of counteract the sweetness of the Hershey syrup. I wanted it to shine. It was our ingredient, so it came out. And then a little bit of toasted sesame, a little bit of sunflower seed, and some of those fried walnuts. I figured I could cross-utilize and really bring some flavor into that mole.
Well done. All right, cool. Good job. Give Jeff a hand. All right, I guess, I don't know what it is about chefs feeling like they got to clean the dishes, but I'm pretty sure they could have walked away and somebody else would have done it. But I'll let him keep cleaning up. That's great. As they continue to eat their food, once again, big round of applause for all of our sponsors here this evening. Big round of applause for Feeding Tampa Bay. By the way, the person who does not win tonight does not go home empty-handed. The person who does not win, whichever chef does not go through to the next round, is going to win a Sous chef knife. If you're not sure what that is, here is one of the knives right here. And you can also see a larger-than-life example of it right outside this door if you want. And there's a little story to the Sous chef knife. They're going to win a Burns book called Rare and Well Done. They're going to gift a gift card for $100 at the Epicurean, a bottle of wine, and one night stay at the Epicurean, and a $100 gift certificate to Burns. So nobody's going to be going home feeling bad. I gotta tell you, That's a good enough prize. If I were competing, I might have just thrown it just to take the good. To take the goods. That looks like a great package. So nobody goes home empty-handed here. Of course, if the chef that does win, they don't get that. They just go home with some bragging rights. And then they're going to come back here in week 5, if I'm not mistaken. They'll come back on week 5, and they're going to compete in the semifinals between the winner of week 2, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're kind of ready for their opinions. They look like they've got some opinions. So Jeff's doing his little post-event summary here, so as soon as he gets done with that, we'll bring him up here. All right, Jeff, come on up around here, face the music, get some opinions from the judges. Donna, I'll start with you since we went this way last time. We'll start with you, Donna, if that's all right. So, Donna, tell us a little bit about what you thought about Chef Jeff's dish.
Take you home? Oh my God.
Just because I hear that, I'm eating this now. I've got to taste this now myself. Just to find out. Oh yeah. You can come home with me too, bro. I'm okay with that.
So I'm gonna let them do all the chef words.
I got
I'm
loads
just
of
gonna
appliances
say,
that need cleaning too.
It was to die for. Like the
really
sauce, just everything about it. One of my favorite dishes ever. Really good.
Wow, favorite dishes ever.
Yeah, this dish was amazing. I especially liked a little bit of the coffee notes in there. The mole is fantastic. I like the fact you left the steak. I like that as a steak, so it gave it a little body to go along with that sauce. The vegetables have a nice spice to it. I think it was a great dish. If I was to go out to dinner, I would order this dish.
Well done. That says a lot from Chef Mac. All right, Heather. Thank you, Eric.
This is, it's really the whole package. It really is. And I really enjoyed the salad. I don't want to take that as just like something you just threw on the top. The citrus really, really works well in this. And the mole is to die for.
What was in the mole?
The mole was,
that was the dark chocolate?
Yeah, it was some of the fried walnuts, some black sesame.
There we go.
So in the first course, I started charring some bell pepper, some red onion, garlic, the Hershey syrup, some more dark chocolate to bring a little bitterness to kind of cut the sweetness of the the Hershey's. And then a couple different seeds, some raisins that I did, and a little bit of vinegar. And then some citrus juices, and then of course some zests and stuff like that kind of pulled together.
Well, they seem to enjoy it, so well done. Give Jeff a round of applause.
They each came up with 2 distinctive dishes.
Yeah,
that were great.
excellent. All right, give him a round of applause. Thank you, Jeff. All right. All right, judges, it's all up to you now. You've got to total up your points. I'm not exactly sure of the process, but I think you've already scored them. So if you have those, I will take those with me. We will hand them off to have them judged, calculated. So I'm going to take these and hand them over here. I'm assuming somebody here that's good at math will do the addition there. It's not going to be me, that's for sure. All right, listen, so we've had a wonderful night. Richie from the Mill done a great job, created 2 excellent dishes. Flav, they loved them both. The only thing that I think they got you on was a little bit of the presentation on that first one. But boy, you more than made up for it at the end. You came back strong, had a spare 30 seconds to sit around and brag, and that was pretty damn impressive. Well done. Give them a big round of applause, please. Jeff, I got to tell you, you had enough time to sip your beer here by the end as well. This was pretty impressive. I don't know if the contest we've ever had it to where people have actually got spare time where they can just sit back and relax, but that was pretty dang impressive to say the least. Right now what we're doing is bringing out the 4th dish or the 4th drop of the food, and we're going to let you enjoy that as we calculate the numbers, and we'll give you the results in just a moment. The course that you're having now, by the way, is Petite Fours by Chocolate Pie, Vanilla Macaroon, and Salted Caramel Macaroon as well. Somebody call my name.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Forgot to take a picture again. Second dish each time I forgot to take a picture of. Oh, okay. Perfect, I want it. Yes, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you so much.
I'm fine.
Yes. Topher ran that.
As soon as you came in, the security came up right away to make sure. I made sure everybody was Yeah, I didn't get anything. Yeah, I ate one little bit.
They're gonna need to feed you tonight. They're gonna need to feed you tonight.
Meringue. You just don't feel guilty. Just sort of melt in your mouth, and they're gone before you can start to tell yourself it's wrong.
And you can never go wrong with salted caramel.
Sweet and salty together.
All right, if I could have everybody's attention. We have the results. The results are in. All right, before we begin and give you the results, a couple of things I'd like to once again remember. Once again, I can never say these people's names enough because, frankly, this event wouldn't be happening without them. Please, once again, Florida Blue, Coca-Cola Beverages Florida, Gray Robinson, Harvard Jolly, Uriah's Urban Farms. Thank you so much, by the way, David, for bringing out those vegetables. Tampa Bay Times and Breakthrough Beverage. Please give these sponsors a big round of applause. Keep them in mind next time you out go shopping. I also want to say a special thanks to all of our judges for coming out here. So Heather McPherson, thank you very much. Eric Lackey, I'll see you at Eulalie very soon. I live downtown. I like to go to your restaurant all the time. And Donna Stone as well. Thank you guys so much. Give them a big round of applause. All right, now is the moment you've been waiting for. Please come here. All right, Jeff, all right. At this point in time, it is time to announce the winner of Season 3's Episode 1 Epic Chef Showdown. Would you please give a big round of applause for the winner? Jeff Thornsberry from Locale Market Farm Table Kitchen. Jeff, well done. We'll see you back here in episode 5, competing against in the semifinals. Richie, big round of applause for Richie. He did a great job.
Great job, Jeff.
You're walking away with some badass swag, my friend. Glad to have you here. Make sure you go check out the mill. I will tell you, they have a watermelon bruschetta, which is, it could be a dessert. It's so delicious. check out. Go check them out. The Mill. Richie, well done. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you, my friend. All right, once again, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your meal. And please remember, this evening is about creating a conversation. It's about bringing up some awareness called Feeding Tampa Bay. I want you to pause for a moment and think and realize that one of the things that's common with all food is that it brings people together. They have socialization. They express love. They have communication. So when you don't have food, sometimes you miss those things as well. So we want you to embrace this communication, the support, the camaraderie we had here this evening. And remember, we need your help. A good community takes care of those less fortunate. So let's make sure we get out there and support Feeding Tampa Bay as well. Big round of applause as well. Thank you. To Kevin Scott, the general manager for the Epicurean Hotel. Beautiful venue. Love having that out here. Streaming Star Pros going to us live. Facebook, they're over there as well. And most of all, thank you guys for coming out and supporting us. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you next episode.
Great job, my friend. Really well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really
That was good. You're happy.
Thank you.